Hey everyone, how's it going? Shuffle's back here with another video, and today we are going to look at Ray, and we're going to do the best Ray video, how to gear him and why. He's a big part of the meta right now with all the debuffers out there, all the strips out there. You really need to have yourself a cleanser built, and he is one of the very best options. Also, if you are considering building DJ Basar either now or post buff, because DJ Basar is getting a buff, you can build him the exact same way. So keep that in mind. I most likely will be people that are asking how to build DJ Basar, and I'll be directing them probably to this video just because of his buffs and because I don't have DJ Basar to show you. But if I ever get him, I'm sure I'll make another video on him. Anyway, let's jump over into the game. I do want to look at the new materials first. So here we are. The new expeditions. I have a bunch of these completed, and I just want to collect them on stream so you guys can kind of see what the rates are like and what you can expect from this. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I didn't think it deserved a dedicated video. This one is not done yet. So let's just collect these. So we get a rage set with effectiveness, not something I don't think I'll ever need. I don't really use a lot of rage sets. We got a res on an attack set, something else I probably will never use. Really, we're just hoping for speed and we're hoping for immunity. I didn't have many Ferris runs done, and there's a bunch that popped up there just recently, so. We had another rage set. This one res, something else I will definitely never use. Crit set with HP percent. Could potentially use that. Ideally, you want the higher grade. These are all we've gotten every single one of them that we've gotten has been the lower grade, the lesser versions. There's our first higher version. It is speed main. Unfortunately, it's a Unity set. That could have been really good if it was anything but Unity. If it was on a usable set, I would have been really excited. We get the injury set with attack percent. I mean, if you're using injury set, that's a nice piece. But I don't know anybody using injury set. Crit damage set with effectiveness, something else that's probably not useful. And if you happen to be using resistance set, then maybe you could use flat HP as well. But all around, I had a feeling these were all going to be bad. And that's kind of why I wanted to show you guys to don't get discouraged. Because the majority of them are going to be bad. That's just the way it is. Here's the pieces I've gotten so far. I've used a few. You can see I have a whole bunch of them. And it doesn't show ones that you have multiples of. So if we look at this, it's pretty even across the board, between 4 and 6 of everything. But of all those drops, I only have 4 speed pieces. And of those 4 speed pieces, well, I guess technically there's more. There's 6 of these. I did use one recently. But 3 of them are flat defense, one of them is flat attack, and one is a lesser res piece, and then we have another flat attack. So these are all flat stats except for the percent. It's going to be very difficult to use, so don't get too discouraged. Oh, we got a Mola. Nice. Literally, these expeditions have popped off so much that I am almost done with my expeditions for the month. Anyway, let's jump on over into Ray. I wanted to show you guys that. I wanted to show it because I did actually use one on him. I will show you that piece of gear when we get there. As for the artifact on my Ray, he is currently on Water's Origin. Now, it kind of depends on your gear as to what artifact you're going to run. You can run Staff. I currently have Staff on my Destina, but Staff does offer another 20% resistance, which can be vitally important if you're trying to resist those clutch debuffs. The nice thing about Ray and Destina is if you're bringing them in RTA against somebody like Fairy Tale Tenebria, she is opposite element, so she has to land first, then she has to strip immunity, and then she has to land the debuff. That's a lot of checks to get through. Odds are you're never going to get debuffed if you have enough res. So, Look at his stats here. He's got 1400 defense, just shy of 12k HP, 218 speed, and 262 resistance. The main thing here is how much res can you get on him, and can you get him to move as the first unit in your team? Making sure that he goes first is vitally important. That is why he is on Water's Origin. So what Water's Origin does, recovers HP, not a huge deal. The 8% I don't really care about all that much, but increases CR by 20% after receiving damage equivalent to 20% or more of his max HP. So for example, if you're going into, say, Fairy Tale Tenebria, into ML Crow, into Arby, which is very common these days, the ML Crow will proc his Water's Origin, he'll wake up, or well, he'll get boosted, and then because he resisted all the debuffs from the Tenebria, he can cleanse, put up immunity, and give you a little bit of a heal as well, and you're good to go. The hard thing is finding as much res as you can. Don't worry too much about HP. The fact that his HP is a little bit low actually helps this Water's Origin proc faster. You need him to proc, so you don't really mind him having low HP. You can stack a little bit of defense on him like I did. I really thought that was a defense piece. Anyway, let's go through these pieces one by one and show you why I put them on him. This is quite obvious. This does not have the best substats, but it has 39 res on it. So I decided to keep that. You can't get defense on this piece, but it would have been nice to have HP. At some point, I will probably put HP on this piece. And probably flat HP as well with the Reforges, but I don't have any at the moment. Moving on to the helmet. This one's not great for him either. I just don't have better. Only 24 res on this. I wish I had a better piece. Also, the effectiveness is completely wasted on him. This is not really a good piece for him at all. The immunity is nice, but just to have that little res kind of is unfortunate. Moving on to the chest piece, this is where he gets really strong. He's got 40 res on this piece, along with speed, HP, and defense. This is basically a perfect piece for somebody like him. You will not find a better piece than this for Ray, or for DJ Bassar for that matter, any cleanser. Moving on to the neck piece. This is another one that kind of struggled with. The immunity pieces, my res just isn't there compared to my speed pieces. Only 23 res on this. It is a little bit harder to find it on the neck because you need HP main or defense main with speed substat as well, because I need him to be fast enough to go. So this and this I would love to improve. That being said, he never gets debuffed anyway, so I'm not overly worried about it. And then, of course, he has an Efra's ring. This is very important. This piece is very, very good for him. You can see high speed with 14 speed. It also has high defense with 23% defense. And this is the one I re-rolled on. That had like flat attack on it or something. So I rolled the extra 6% HP onto that. That was a lesser charm or lesser gem that I used on that, so it actually max rolled with 6. So very happy with that piece. And finally, the boots as well. Speed with defense with 41 res. This is another one I would love to put HP on this one to go along with that defense and the resistance. But for the meantime, this will do because that is a huge resistance number. So you get that 41 res, plus the 65 here, plus the 40 and the 39 here. Those speed pieces are as good as they're going to get. I just need to improve the immunity. But I'm very happy with this build. The reason, like I was saying, for the Water's Origin is because quite often, I'm sure if you guys have watched my videos in the past, you see I run Alencia a lot, and she's 230 speed. So because she's 230 speed, and he's only 218, he really needs that boost. He needs to take that hit, and he needs to, in order to go ahead of her so he can cleanse her. If Water's Origin doesn't proc, then he goes after her, and if she got stunned or if she got provoked, then she already missed her turn and it's too late. So you really want this unit to go first. DJ Bassar is going to be a little bit easier to gear than Ray if you happen to have DJ Bassar. And with the new buffs, he's going to be really nice. So either way, that's basically what you're looking for in terms of your cleansers. Really, you can use anyone. You could use Destina as well. Destina's base speed is a little bit slower. You could also use someone like a Katie's if you wanted to. I don't really use mine, as you can see, but she's another option as well. She got better space speed than Destina, and of course you can use units like Lilius or somebody like ML Lilibet. So keep that in mind. I hope this helped you guys out in terms of how to gear Ray, as his banner is out now, and if you're summoning for him, hope this gives you some sort of a direction. And don't worry, the biggest question that I get asked is, I can't get him tanky. Don't worry too much about his HP. People are surprised when they look and find out mine's actually under 12k HP, but it's fine. He takes that first hit, he procs Water's Origin right away, and then he heals. And once that's done, his job is done. You're not bringing him into a lot of hard-hitting damage teams. Like, I used the example of Crow and Arby, but realistically, that's probably not your best case scenario. Ideally, you're bringing him into like Cerise, Tenebria, ML Era, like those kind of control teams that don't have a crap ton of damage, and you just want, all you have to do is resist turn one, put up immunity, and then they basically have to forfeit. Somebody like ML Tywin, he's very good against as well. Somebody that doesn't have nuke damage, but you just absolutely have to stop them from locking down your team. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and comment down below, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope everyone has a great day, and we will see you all next time. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.